Hi, I'm Karen Quinn, the testing mom. The word test may strike panic and fear in your heart, especially when thinking that your little child will be tested. But don't panic. These days, children as young as 4 are regularly tested to get into private schools or gifted programs. And don't think you're off the hook if your child is going to a regular public school program. As soon as the year starts, kids are evaluated to see if they belong in the slow, average, or advanced reading, writing, or math groups. If you have a question about testing in young children, send it to testing at Building Blocks for Tots, and we'll try to address it in a future segment. Today's question from Anna is about testing a child where English isn't his first language. Anna writes, "My son will be taking an IQ test for admission to a private school. Although he speaks English at school, his native language is Spanish. I'm concerned that he won't do as well on the test. Is there anything I can do?" Anna, I'm afraid that this happens a lot in testing. If you feel that your son's Spanish is better than his English, find out if you can have the test administered in Spanish. Often that's possible. Let's say you find out the test has to be given in English. Since your son is taking an IQ test, a psychologist will be administering it. Be sure to tell the psychologist that your son is bilingual. She will put that information in the written report that goes with your son's scores. If he doesn't do as well on the verbal and language portions of the test, the school will take that into consideration. For other parents whose bilingual kids will be tested, sometimes tests are given for school admission that aren't accompanied by a written report that might explain why scores might be lower. Tests like the OLSAT or COGAT are not individually administered, so there's no place for individual reports that offer explanations. If this is the case, you'll want to find out if your child can be tested in the language in which he's the strongest. Sometimes it can be arranged, sometimes it can't. We've seen a number of schools with gifted classes that are taught in English, and they insist that kids test into those classrooms through a test that can only be given in English. It's not fair, but we've seen it happen. If your bilingual child must be tested in English, my best advice to you is to surround your child with as much English as possible in the months leading up to the test, so he's as comfortable as possible in the language in which he'll be tested. I'm Karen Quinn, the testing mom, preparing your child for all of life's tests.